Happy New Year, everyone! In this end of the year video, I'm gonna do three things. First of all, I'm gonna share some of my favorite moments this year, and if you had a particular moment you enjoyed, a video or something shared on Instagram, whatever it may be, then let me know in the comments. And once I've shared those favorite moments, I'm gonna speak a little bit about next year and sort of my not concrete New Year's resolutions, but the direction I wish to go in with Zen-Dragon and other things in my life. And finally, we're gonna do shoutouts, because a while back here in the community tab on YouTube, as well as the Facebook page and the Instagram account, I mentioned this, which was basically offering people a chance to get a shout out, because a lot of people have been asking me for shout outs, but I don't want to turn this channel into something like a billboard or an advertisement for all kinds of stuff. I don't want to spam you guys watching, but I also want to offer the chance to people who really want to showcase their stuff. So during this busy time of year, I've been fortunate to have several people send me recordings of stuff they do and also sharing their own thoughts about Zen-Dragon as well. And I'm gonna drop those as well as some shoutouts to those people at the end of this video.
Hi guys! We are Triangle Martial Arts Academy. I'm a sifu Shamu. This is the Triangle She Gongfu course, and we are a part of Zen-Dragon community. We are very happy to be here and to show you how important it is to spread inspiration. And we are very inspired for Michael and his work with Zen-Dragon project. And we are very happy to be part of this project.
My best for Zen-Dragon community. I do my best for Zen-Dragon community.
Via!
I do my best for Zen-Dragon community.
I do my best for Zen-Dragon community.
I do my best for Zen-Dragon community. Bye. I do my best for Zen-Dragon community.
Vai, dai, girati, vai.
Zen-Dragon community. Hi Michael! Hi Zen-Dragon community!
Hi Zen-Dragon, this is Ramon from RAWSNL. I'd like to wish you a happy new year and a very successful 2019. I've really enjoyed your channel. You're one of the few Kung Fu guys out there on YouTube who is willing to spar and is willing to show a video of your sparring. So keep up the good work. I myself, I'm a martial arts hobbyist. I've only begun when I was 30. I'm currently 37. I don't know if it's an early midlife crisis or that I'm just trying to make up for youth wasted on PlayStation. But well, I've been enjoying martial arts so far, and if you wanted to see my progress or what I'm doing or how I'm sparring, you can always visit my channel and leave a comment.
But first, let's look at some of my favorite videos this year. So starting out, this vlog adventuring Thailand and Cambodia. And by the way, I'll leave a link to every single video mentioned in this video as a pinned comment so you can easily check them out. This was just sharing some of the experiences I've had over the end of the previous year as well as the beginning of the new one, where I was traveling with my girlfriend in Thailand and Cambodia. And unfortunately, we also experienced a bit of a dangerous situation, which I tell the full story in this video, but basically a shady situation in a back alley involving a taxi driver, and he almost tried to drive off with my girlfriend, but luckily we got away safely. And there's a lot more to this vlog than just that story. There's a lot of both training footage and martial arts footage, and I got to do some Bogota training in Siem Reap. So if you're in Cambodia, I recommend, you're probably gonna be going to Siem Reap anyways for Angkor Wat, but check out Mr. Lee Gym. There's also a YouTube channel for Mr. Lee Gym, and you can do Bogota training there as well as Kun Khmer, which is more like kickboxing. Next time I go, if I get the chance, I'll do some sparring in the ring. Some sparring. I need to get used to the proper pronunciation. Quite a few people have mentioned me pronouncing that word wrong, sparring, in particular because I say that word and apparently mispronouncing it in this video, the Michael J. White in Real Fight video, which was my first viral video this year. I've managed to make 2 viral videos, which is quite exceptional for me. So right now this is at 315,000 views, and a lot of people corrected me for saying sparring. So got that, it's sparring or something like that. Anyways, that was a bit of a digression. So let's see. I mentioned this vlog and just sharing the travel experience, lots of traffic footage and all kinds of stuff, and footage from Angkor Wat as well. So check that out. Now, my next video I've chosen from this year, and I've picked 10 videos to share, is this one called Bogota versus Kung Fu kicks, and it's nearing 30,000 views right now, and it was released at the start of this year. And
he's going to show how to deal with it using Bogota. Yeah. And also the roundhouse kick.
So basically all of these kicks, this guy is showing how to deal with them using Bogota. Let's see just a few counters. Let's see that one more time. Hanuman style monkey technique from Bogota, that counter. So check out the video Bogota versus Kung Fu kicks if you haven't. There's lots of interesting counters from Bogota, and basically I do various kicks and I get destroyed every time in demonstration. So the third pick, this video. So it's another vlog, and it's episode 15. I've done vlogs for several years now, but I only do occasional vlogs because I only want to share videos when I'm doing something special and I know I'll have good conditions for recording and it won't be too stressful, so I can enjoy the experience, so you can as well. Basically, I like this vlog because it shows pretty much every aspect of my lifestyle when it's not boring, as it is at times as well. But basically, I got a lot of stuff done that day, including uploading a video and also just traveling through town, getting some stuff recorded, getting some martial arts training done with some sparring here. Kinda dark, this footage. I'm sparring with Daniel, the Jeet Kune Do instructor. And yeah, there's just so much in this episode, also including me choosing to apply for funds from the Danish TV channel Suno, who are doing a TV show for people pursuing their dreams. Unfortunately, I did not get those funds for Zen-Dragon, but I'll keep pursuing my dreams anyways. What else is there? Also, you get to see my twin brother actually for, I believe, the first time here on the occasional vlog, and I create a thumbnail and I hang out with friends as well at the beach. I believe it's in this one. Yeah, and play some football. So check it out. Now, my next moment will be this one. Here we are. So this was a live unboxing. Actually, a follower of Zen-Dragon sent me something by the mail. He just contacted me and asked if he could have my address, as he wanted to share his passion with me. As a thank you for me sharing my passion online.
He told me that he really liked the way I choose to share my passion to try and inspire people, and he wanted to send me something to show a little bit about his passion as well. So let's see. And if someone's watching, just feel free to just comment, and if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. I don't know if Jeppe is watching. I let him know that I'm doing the live video, but it took a little bit to get the video going. Also, if she needs to turn the phone, then let us know. But I think it's correct to hold it in this.
It's always a bit confusing doing these live videos, I think. So this was a live unboxing. I still haven't quite noticed what's inside.
So that's always nice.
Some bubble wrap and
this is cool. A dragon. And it's in the Zen-Dragon colors as well. Damn, that's cool. That's really cool. Like,
that just kind of blew my mind that somebody had taken the time to create a dragon in such a beautiful artistic fashion. And yeah, shout out to Jeppe, who's also a subscriber on this channel and a martial artist himself as well. So very cool. And this one, I think, it hasn't gotten that many views, 305 at this point. Self-defense experiment live. So in this one, I spoke live with the audience, knowing that it would serve as a distraction for me, so there'd be less chance of me noticing if I were to get attacked. And I instructed my friend Nicholas, now a member of Team Zen-Dragon, to surprise attack me at any point. And I believe right around this point, something happens. So let's see.
we have a microphone when we're recording because it has to be done from the phone. So, but I think we're going to move just a little more in this direction to avoid traffic noise, and also there's a football game happening. So it's a good thing that we've got someone recording this, so if he attacks me at some point, it doesn't look like a bad situation where you need to call the cops. That's great.
Very interesting to see also for myself, because this was a complete surprise and just a spontaneous reaction. So of course, nitpicking this reaction, I went to the ground, which is best to avoid if you're in a self-defense situation, particularly if there's lots of people around. There weren't in this case, but I think it was just like my instinctive reaction. But most importantly, I did not freeze. So even though I perhaps could have handled the situation better, I really liked the reaction, and also I was able to do it without harming Nicholas, and Nicholas didn't harm me. Pretty much we agreed for this video to deliver some damage, but try not to aim for the face and just accept whatever would happen. But this wasn't, of course, not full contact, but it was kind of semi-contact and was completely unprepared. So And it's a lot different when you're engaged in conversation and suddenly attacked, like if I were attacked from behind here and I had to do something. I'm not sure if you could see that, but like protecting the neck from a choke or something and delivering an elbow or whatever it might be. It's very different having to improvise when, as opposed to when you get to square off in front of your opponent and pick your shots. And so let's watch. So I bring up his leg and I scoop the other leg for the takedown. But the thing with takedowns a lot of times is if the other person holds on to you, a lot of time you'll go down as well. This is fine in MMA, and here I mount him and I'm in a good position for any kind of controlled environment, combat situation. But for self-defense, there might be someone else around, and it's still better to be on top so you can easily get up and escape. But it's best to be standing so you can move away if someone comes at you. So check out this video. There's also another situation where I get attacked, and perhaps one more or two more. The whole concept is it's a conversation with the live audience, but you never know when the attacks are gonna happen. So there's one attack here at 6:30. But the rest, you'll have to watch yourself. Now, let's move on, rather. So, this one, Khabib versus Conor and the art of not fighting.
If you take away the 4 rounds between Conor and Khabib and look solely at what happened prior to their fight and right after, you'll either see an utter disgrace, pure entertainment, or both, depending on your perspective. The thug-like behavior may sell pay-per-views.
So this was a bit of a video essay, and it was kind of special to me because I really felt compelled to make this video, because I work full-time as a teacher / pedagogue. And a lot of the youths I'm working with are inspired by MMA fighters like Khabib and Conor McGregor. And so in this situation, I have a lot of respect for both men. But the way they've conducted themselves both prior to the fight and after the fight, in the case of Khabib only after the fight, I think it's given a bad look to martial arts as a whole, and especially knowing how many people look up to them, I think it's a terrible shame.
People know that if the tables were turned and there was an opportunity for his father to stab that man.
So in this video I address how trash talking can be an effective tactic, also utilized by Muhammad Ali and mentioned in Sun Tzu's novel The Art of War. But what I disliked about Khabib and Conor and the way everything went down there was how they actually fought prior to the fight, or rather Conor attacked the bus prior to the fight, and how Khabib unfortunately went nuts after the fight as well. So just a lot of street fighting going on, and that's a shame. Yeah. I think I put this into words much better during the actual video, so definitely check it out. Khabib versus Conor, The Art of Not Fighting. I think it's a video essay which you can learn a lot from. And so this video, Tai Chi / Kungfu fan used in fight.
So this weapon is the fan, also known as the iron fan. I've done a couple of videos, so I'll leave a link to all of those in the description so you can find out more about this weapon. I'm gonna test this one in sparring, and this one has
So definitely interesting testing this weapon in sparring, and I think it's something people hadn't seen before, so it got a lot of positive reactions, and I'm just always happy to share the kind of content people haven't seen before. So yeah, that was another great moment this year, I felt. And so next up, this one, Kungfu versus Muay Thai. A friendly sparring match inside the ring, but we went pretty hard.
So this is a 3-round sparring match. My opponent, Nicolas Guerrero.
And here with the nod to Jean-Claude Van Damme. In just a moment. I'm surprised how few people commented about that. So basically, I got a lot of critiques in comments from this video stating that I was doing a lot of attacks outside of range and not setting the techniques up properly, and I did take a lot of changes in this one. There were some pretty nice moments, and I did land some, like the spinning hook kick early on, which was with a tornado kick leading up to the spinning hook kick, but it wasn't my most effective performance. My focus was more on putting on a great show, and I was willing to take some hits for it. So yeah, that's the kick which landed, and luckily it didn't leave him concussed or anything, and not that spinning elbow either. We'd agreed to do some full contact sparring here, so some hard hits, and I definitely felt it as well, because we'd previously done some sparring Kung Fu versus Muay Thai, which is another video you can find on this channel, but he especially held back in that session, so we decided to get inside the ring and go a bit harder. Now this is a very special moment for me. So basically, way before I ever started this channel, and when I was much less experienced as a martial artist, I was a teacher apprentice, and I met this kid Eriksson, who is just, or rather Gerson is the correct pronunciation actually, and he was just definitely so passionate about martial arts, and he came from a really difficult situation and hadn't really learned the language, and I felt like the teacher wasn't doing that much, to be honest, to encourage him, and we could communicate just about our passion for martial arts, even though there was a clear language barrier. And so later on this year, he actually emailed me, and he'd always been watching a lot of martial arts content on YouTube, and all of a sudden he recognized my face in a video and immediately became a subscriber to this channel, Zen-Dragon. And here he shares his story. I think I'm just gonna share this as well, because this was a very special moment this year, I think. So yeah, well, just a bit of context. This is a public talk which I did sharing my journey as a social media content creator and sharing my passion, but also offering the chance for Gerson to share his experience and how he discovered me through YouTube once again.
Hey guys, as you already know, my name is Jason, but my real name is Gerson. First of all, I'll tell you where I came from and how I got here. So, I'm not from Denmark, I'm not from England, but my language is pretty much on top, as I can say. So, I was born in Portugal, and I've been there all my life. My mom and dad are from West Africa, Guinea-Bissau, and Saint Tome and Prince, 2 islands in the west side of Africa, one low and one high note. I was born in Portugal, and I've been there almost all my life. My dad died when I was 2 years old, and my mom had to work hard ever since as a single woman, taking care of me. My mom had to go to Denmark and leave me behind, they told me. you have to go to school to learn Danish. And I was like, okay, let's do this. I don't have nothing to do. My English is bad. YouTube was pretty much the only thing that saved me. YouTube like completely evolved my language from a beginner to like an intermediate. So I went to that school. They gave me 3 years, but already in a year and a half, I was ready to go to normal school, and that's why I started Husmanskolen in the 6th class all the way up to 9th. Went to 10th class in Glassaxe. Then now I am in Cuba School. That's the brief explanation of how I got here. I have a big, very huge interest for martial arts because it boosts my confidence and it puts me in this state of mind where you can flow without really thinking about it. Your body moves on its own and you can really, pop some good techniques. In the year when I was 14 years old, like 6th class, that's where I met Mike. He's a very good martial artist that I look up to, and he, pretty much in this time of need, he was my sensei. Because first of all, my family and I was broke, completely broke. I could only afford to go to school and go to a young people's club where you can hang out and stuff. Martial arts and boxing, whatever, was not an option for me. So I had to learn it at home. So while I was in school, I had Mike to help me out in the techniques. If I couldn't understand, he would tell me to take it easy. That helped me out a lot as I learned different aspects and different martial arts and their existences. Then what happens after that, I don't see him again. Unfortunately, he stops school. I stop the school as well at 9th class. Now I move on. And at that moment, I'm now joining boxing for a 1-year span in a few months and training and, getting my abilities over them. This period, my English has become better. YouTube is becoming a thing like it's far beyond what people know today. Like media, the most important thing about media is communication. If it's crucial and it's very fatal. If that is missing, pretty much social media doesn't have any meaning. That's as I found out more, then out of nowhere, I see Zen-Dragon on YouTube. I'm like, okay. So I was going through YouTube, studying more martial arts. As I found out more, then out of nowhere, I see Zen-Dragon on YouTube. I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that Mike is on YouTube making martial arts videos. Let's go, let me see what I can learn. I took like 3 weeks to watch as many videos as I could. And the more I watched, the more my intelligence for martial arts went from this to this. It just expanded in seconds. Because his ability to really explain, to go to the depth of the techniques and the theories is very good co-talent, and very, intellectual thing, very skilled. So the thing is, the reason why media is so, in my opinion, is so amazing is because people are able to use their minds and their forces to really influence the masses through speaking and through interpreting, understanding and explaining things correctly.
Sent me that email.
And I'm not gonna share any more of this. The video is already up there on this channel called Eriksson and Zen-Dragon, a story of martial arts and struggles. And also it's part of a playlist where I'll be sharing the full public talk as well. And there's already, I think, 4 or 5 videos there with some of the interesting moments from the Q&A. So definitely a special moment, especially having Eriksson there sharing his story as well. And so the final 2 videos before we get to the shoutouts and to the part where I reflect on what I wish to do next year, those are right here. So this was another special moment here towards the end of the year. A collaboration with none other than Nick Grossos.
This is a collab video for Zen-Dragon. We're going to be looking how to defend yourself from a seated position. Before we start, guys, go visit my YouTube channel to check out Zen-Dragon's video, as well as go visit my website, nickgrossos.com.
So this is an important self-defense topic. I was actually once attacked from a seated position, as I also mentioned in this video with Nick Grossos. And just having Nick Drossos appear on my channel and getting the chance to appear in a video on his channel as well, which we can just quickly check out. That was like a dream come true, because Nick Drossos is really one of the martial artists who initially inspired me to create and share content online. Definitely one of my favorite martial arts YouTubers, and I believe the best source of pure self-defense content. So I share a lot of Kungfu related techniques and stuff, but for pure self-defense and just keeping it practical and simple and stuff like that, my biggest influences thus far have been actually Nick Drossos, as well as elements of the Krav Maga training, which I started earlier this year. I also really like the philosophy of Silat, with adopting all kinds of elements as weapons and stuff like that, which is also something you'll find in a lot of Nick Drossos' content. And in this video as well on Nick Drossos' channel, how to use your keys in a street fight. I went for a type of improvised weapon which you're likely to have on you, your keys. And it was such an honor to appear on his YouTube channel and share some self-defense content. So the final video, like again, I picked only 10 videos. This is another self-defense related video, car self-defense, multiple scenarios is the title. And I think this is one of the best videos I've done this year, honestly. Like, I have 2 survival videos this year, and I put a lot of work into them, and they have like several 100,000 views already. But I think this one, which has yet to get 1,000 views, is actually one of the best ones this year. So a lot of practical self-defense tips, such as going through different things you can use as improvised weapons inside a car, and later on dealing with all kinds of scenarios in more or less improvised situations. So I knew I was getting choked from behind, but I didn't know when or how aggressively, and then just reacting and then examining the reaction afterwards. So check out this video for sure. It deals with a lot of different kinds of situations, also getting attacked from the outside, or even if you're outside and someone tries to bring you inside a car or something. So yeah, let's see. So 10 videos there, but really there's been a ton of great content this year in my opinion, and thankfully a lot of you have felt the same as well. Of course not everyone, there's also been a few haters once in a while, and that's okay. That's part of the experience. So I just released something as well, this compilation which took a long time to make. Actually, today I'm recording it and I just uploaded it just 4 hours ago, 4 timer siden in Danish, and it has around 200 views now. But hopefully people will get a lot of joy from watching that one, because it took a while to compile, and it's just all kinds of videos, all kinds of footage of different Kung Fu weapons used in sparring, everything from the trident to the meteor hammer to stuff you rarely see, like even bakwa deer hooks used in sparring. So yeah, and also a few Christmas videos like the Christmas sparring with MMA rules, live contact, and it's just been a lot of great stuff this year. Some stuff I haven't mentioned yet, so definitely browse through my channel, just click on videos and you can see everything I've uploaded, and I'm sure you'll find something you'll enjoy that you haven't caught yet. Perhaps the Tonfa and Nunchaku versus stick sparring video, or perhaps some non-sparring content like this, The Power of Positivity, where I share a lot of my thoughts and experiences, and it's an interview which touches on a lot of stuff beyond martial arts as well. But just so much different content. So let's go to the shoutouts.
Hi, I am Sifu Javier from Southern Warriors Kungfu of Cholifa. He is my student Wilfredo. Our school here in Hialeah, Miami, South Florida, United States. I know Zen-Dragon. He is a good practitioner. He has a good YouTube channel, very informative to lover of martial art. We have a YouTube channel too, known as Southern Warriors Martial Art. We put in our YouTube channel a lot of video of Cholifa Kung Fu training, Santa combat, sparring, a lot of training, a lot of training of our students, Sanda, traditional Kung Fu, weapons, self-defense, Qigong. I invite you to visit and check our videos. I hope you like it. And this is dos, tres. Migo, lo leo.
Hello, I'm Lil Mao from the Lil Mao channel, and I do a couple of series ranging from advanced weapon tactics, chi vlogs, food Fridays, and a bunch of other stuff. Matt, my brother, is featured on a lot of those videos. And why don't you tell us about your channel, Matt?
Okay, so as my brother Lil Mao just introduced me, my name is Matthew. I run a channel called NoDStudios, Mr. NoDStudios. Anyways, look, basically what I do on my channel is like gaming videos, sort of along the lines of just computer gaming. However, I also do random vlogs, all types of different content. So definitely check it out if you're interested in that sort of things. I also do indie horror games, a lot of indie horror games like on Game Jolt and sort of little sharing websites like that. So
yeah, it's pretty awesome. Now, one thing I like about Zen-Dragon is he does a lot of martial arts content. I mean, obviously it's a martial arts channel. And the thing that I like is the weapon videos, and I like how he goes over the forms and how he uses the weapons. So it's in contrast to my advanced weapons videos, where we show how deadly and how much power and destructibility we can get in the weapons. It's kind of like where we destroy these Ming heads. It's really, really awesome. If you haven't, check it out.
So what I really like about Zen-Dragon's channel is the fact that he uses a lot of techniques, and he shows a lot of techniques that could be used in a real-life situation. I mean, a lot of his videos are sparring, that's very useful, but he also goes through hand-to-hand combat techniques that you can use in real-world situations, and I just find it very valuable in that respect, because there are a lot of situations that you may be in where someone's coming at you. They might have a weapon, they might be unarmed, but they want to do harm to you, and you have to neutralize the situation. So definitely check out Zen-Dragon for real-world applicable situations and techniques.
Okay, thank you so much.
So this guy is from Sweden, and his name is Simon. He's been practicing Tai Chi from home for about a year now. And the reason why he watches Zen-Dragon is because he finds my approach to Kung Fu inspiring, and he feels that he's learned a lot from watching my content. So I hope he will continue feeling that way and will keep enjoying the videos next year. So here's some Tai Chi flow. And I like this, so not everyone has to be a master, especially not after 1 year of training, but it's clear that he's been applying himself and he's learned some Tai Chi this year. It's really nice to see. Tai Chi, I find, is actually probably one of the most challenging martial arts, at least in my opinion, but it always depends on your own personal attributes and personality as well, I think. But here's some nice, almost meditational flow. This is a lot more difficult than it looks. And it's just so cool to have a lot of subscribers who are also martial artists and who are not afraid to put themselves out there and share their own content, or just share their opinions sometimes in the comments. Now, Tai Chi can actually work in combat, but only if you pressure test it a lot and engage in sparring, and I believe there's also some striking elements in Tai Chi, but when you see the forms, a lot of it is like countering the opponent's balance and a lot of takedowns and stuff like that. Ramsey Dewey also mentioned doing a Tai Chi based takedown at one point in sparring. But not everything is about being able to do it in sparring or in a fight. Martial arts, and particularly Tai Chi, can be about a lot more than just that. Especially Tai Chi is great for developing the internal focus and just full control of your body. Alright, so let's talk a bit about next year and some of my ideas, some of my reflections and expectations. This won't be like a New Year's resolution as such, but I've thought a lot about finding the proper balance between my work, like what I make a living for with working as a teacher / pedagogue, as well as my passion work with this channel and the Instagram account, Facebook, and even Zen-Dragon.net, which I haven't been that active on lately, and just sharing my passion. And it's had such a positive impact, and a lot of people have responded just about how it's either been entertaining or they've learned something or been inspired by my journey. But at the same time, it's just so time consuming picking up your phone and responding to all of the followers. I've been trying to, and I think I've been doing a pretty good job at it, but that takes away a lot of time from other things offline. And it's important for me to be a good friend to my friends, a good brother to my brother, a good son to my mother, who unfortunately is mentally ill, as well as to my father, and to do some good martial arts training and be a good boyfriend to my girlfriend and just everything. And at the same time, I want to create and share, but I'm gonna have to scale down the work a bit because there's just not enough time for everything. So I considered starting a Patreon. A few people have asked me for starting one, and I did pretty much all of the creative part of setting it up. I picked a lot of pictures which for some reason are not showing at this moment, and I wrote about my journey and what kind of difference it could make if you were to support me on Patreon. But this is not a plug for Patreon because I have 0 patrons thus far, and I expect 0 at this point because I haven't set it up. So don't go support me. I'll definitely appreciate it if I at some point decide to take that step and ask for your support, because that might mean I'd be able to do this full time and have more time to create the kind of content I'm passionate about and keep responding to all of your comments. But there's a lot of which goes into it because I'm very passionate about this stuff, but I'm not much of a structured person who wants to go into all of the boring aspects of being an entrepreneur, like filing tax reports and figuring out how to set up the Patreon page. I still have yet to figure out how to set it up with a bank account, and possibly I'm not even sure I'll ever do that. But definitely, if I do decide to take that step, then I'll let you know for sure. Because I'll only do it if it's because it'll enable me to have more time to spend on this channel. But other than that, I think my choice for the next couple of years is going to be to try and create more of a balance by not responding to as many comments, and perhaps once in a while do a few more live videos, or at times spend less time on editing footage and stuff. But I still want to be creative and make sure I'm sharing quality content. So more likely I'll rather perhaps share a little less frequently. I know the algorithm doesn't like that. So if you're subscribed right now, and if you haven't already, then please hit the bell for notifications. That way, hopefully you'll stay subscribed and keep getting notified of new videos, even if I eventually stop uploading every week. Because it's difficult finding a balance when you're so passionate about one thing and you have a lot of other things going in your life. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if there is a New Year's resolution, it's to keep training martial arts and fitness, and keep posting and sharing and creating quality content, but at the same time to spend less time by the phone or the computer, which means I'll have to respond a little less to your comments. I'll still respond to the most important ones, I feel, and I'll definitely read all of the comments still. And please don't think that your comment isn't important if I chose not to respond to it. It may also just be that I'm having a very busy day. So this year, even when I've been insanely busy and haven't been able to respond to comments, I always got it done the next day or the third day. Eventually, I managed to respond to pretty much all of the comments. But yeah, next year I plan on not being as active in that regard, and also perhaps not always sharing a weekly video, but when I do share content, I'll make sure it's something I'm passionate about. And thank you so much for your support. Have a great new year, and remember, don't try to compete with others, always compete with yourself only, be it in martial arts or be it in fitness or in your career or love life or whatever it may be. And to those reaching out on Instagram and Facebook, if I don't respond as much, then now you know why. Thanks for watching. Make sure, if you haven't yet, to click the bell for notifications. It's not enough just to be subscribed, especially if I eventually have to upload less frequently. Then with the algorithm, you're likely to be unsubbed or at least stop getting notifications. So make sure to hit the bell as well for notifications, and that's about it. And just in case you haven't seen the bell icon, because it's so important, I just want to show you what that looks like. So let's go to my channel. And so let's go to the, to the front page. where you can hit subscribe. Like, let's go to Ramsey Dewey, another channel. So I'm already subscribed, but if you hit this button, then make sure to also hit the bell right next to it, so you'll keep getting notified. That's it. Thanks for watching.